everyone. I'm Jeff Brandon along with Walt Fry, and this is Norristown High boys basketball, 1986-1987. It's been a while since Walt and I have been here at the Norristown High Gymnasium due to some technical difficulties and some manpower problems. We haven't been able to bring you as many Norristown games as we would have liked this year, but we are back here at the Norristown Gymnasium and ready for a Suburban 1 League Colonial Division matchup that I think is a lopsided Norristown contest. Norristown coming into this ball game, Walt, is 6-1 in league play, 7-5 overall after those early season losses, then the loss to Wissahickon in the Triangle Club tournament. And coming into this ball game, Pennridge 1-6 in the league and 2-11 overall. I can't see too much on the glowing side for Pennridge tonight. How about you?
Well, looking right here, Pennridge doesn't look very fast, and Norristown's been playing pretty well. The only league loss came to the hands of CV West on Wednesday, and Pennridge doesn't look to have any height advantage, and that's really Norristown's only weakness.
I'd look for Norristown to run with the ball tonight, and unless the Pennridge Rams can play some excellent defense, I think they're going to be in trouble early, and we might see John Cresswell clear the bench tonight. That's just a prediction. You never know how the game's going to pan out. I am prone to believe that at any time, any team can win a ball game in Suburban 1 League play, especially in this very tough division in which the Eagles play, the Colonial Division. But as you said, Walt, you've been to a lot of the games recently. The Eagles are playing well. I also might make note of one fact, that Darian Smith will be sitting out tonight due to an injury, and you've told me that he's been playing rather well recently.
And Smith has given them something inside. He's not very tall, but he's strong, and they've been dumping into him, and he's been scoring and rebounding for them. But their bench is pretty deep. They do have guys on there like Forrest Davis, and they have two other centers, Rob Haynes and Jeff Thompson, along with Joel Jones starting, and they have good people to use from the bench.
Well, I also think you're going to see a big contribution tonight from Ken Cool, Stan Brown, and Ron Wells. Those are the big three guys for Norristown. They're the scoring machine for John Cresswell, and if they can get to a hot hand early, the Pennridge Rams could be in deep trouble. We'll see. We'll be back in just a moment with the play-by-play. Okay, folks, we're just about ready for the starting lineups here. Once again, I'm Jeff Brandon along with Walt Fry, and this game being brought to you by the Norristown Area School District. Mr. Sam Galbraith is producing and directing our show tonight, and he and Andrea Fry will be doing our expert camera work here this evening. Well, not exactly an overwhelmingly large crowd here at the Norristown High School tonight. I guess Pennridge doesn't really pack them in. Starting for the Rams, number 55, Tom Nunnewiller. Number 45, Jim Groff. Number 33, Tom Stringer. Number 41, Andy Robinson. And number 31, Greg Halverson. Starting for the 7-5 Eagles, number 10, Ron Wells, one of the area's scoring leaders. Number 32, Joel Jones. Number 4, Ken Cool. Number 3, Stanley Brown. And number 24, Rob Haynes. Check that, Rob Haynes, making number 20, Terry Ellison. Although I certainly wouldn't be surprised to see Haynes get into the ball game if he's on the bench. Is he on the bench?
Yeah, he's there.
Joel Jones will take the tap for Norristown. He'll be at center. In the forecourt will be Terry Ellison and Ron Wells. Ken Cool and Stanley Brown will be at guard for John Cresswell. Tom Nunnewiller will be tapping the ball for the Rams. And they take that leading tip-off. They dish it down low. First shot is up and good. Number 31, Greg Halverson with the basket. The Rams out to a 2-0 advantage. Ken Cool looks to Ron Wells. Wells with the open jumper. Won't go. They fight for the rebound, jump ball. So with the possession rule, Norristown will retain control of the ball.
Joel Jones did a good job there. He's out of position, but got his hands on the ball even though he didn't commit the foul.
They bring it in deep to Stanley Brown. Back to Cool on the baseline. Brown's the floor general for John Cresswell. He looks back to Wells. Wells with a baseline jumper. There it is. 2 points for Ron Wells. You can't give Ron Wells that open jumper, folks, or he'll hit it every time. 2-2. We've just gotten underway. 7:16 to play in the first quarter. Wells almost with a steal. Andy Robeson in the backcourt for the Rams. Norristown in his zone defense. They look to the middle, into the key. Got a foul on the play. Number 32, Joel Jones called for the foul. Tried to strip the ball that time. Jim Groff took the foul that time for the Rams. Pennridge being extremely patient here, Walt. Trying to make this a set up and run the play kind of ball game rather than this run and shoot offense that Norristown prefers. Got traveling in the lane that time, number 33, Tom Stringer.
They play a run and shoot. They have absolutely no chance to stay with Norristown.
Stringer with sporting those Kareem Abdul-Moses Malone goggles here tonight.
It's like swimming goggles.
Ron Wells wants it again. No, won't go. Short. Rebound by Jones. Nice play. Follow-up won't go. Oh, my. The rebound comes down. 33 Stringer brought that ball down. Fell down. Got tripped up in somebody's feet. No foul called. Stringer's hot about it. But it goes out of bounds and Norristown has possession. A lucky play for the Eagles.
Once again, Joel Jones getting the rebound over a man's back without committing a foul.
Terry Ellis in good position. Follow-up won't go. And this time, Nunawiller comes down with it. He was trapped inside, finally threw the ball out of bounds off of Terry Ellison. That time the Eagles had 3 opportunities, couldn't convert. Kenny Cool missed the baseline jumper. Ellison with good position got the rebound. He threw up an air ball, and then the Eagles couldn't pull down that 3rd rebound. Cool applying a little pressure here. Good defense. They throw it away. Ron Wells picks off the pass. He takes it to the lane. No foul, no basket. Nunawiller saves it. Ellison picks it off. Stanley Brown takes it in. No, bad shot off the glass. Pennridge down court and a nice play by Ellison. Good job on defense. Well, Norristown hasn't been able to get on track here, Walt. But I guess the same holds true for the Rams. Hasn't been the prettiest game, 2-2.
Norristown's getting the good shots and Pennridge isn't. That'll pay off for Norristown later.
Looks like the Rams are really packing it in inside. As soon as the player touches the ball, they go for the quick double team to try and force a turnover. That time Stanley Brown let that tip ball go out of bounds, so Norristown kept possession. Nice pass to Ellison inside. Ken Cool dishes off for the assist. 4:57 to play in the first quarter. Jump shot. Not pretty, but it was good for Jim Groff. 4-4 is the score. Wells. Nunawiller tips that pass, knocks it out of bounds. Norristown keeps control. Cool will take the jumper. In and out won't go. Good position. It's got to be over the top that time on the Rams. Norristown has been pounding the boards. And if the Rams allow that to go on all night, they're going to be in deep trouble. That time, Tom Nunawiller with the foul. Going over the top of Terry Ellison. Ron Wells wide open. They just can't hit. Rams with the rebound. Pull-up jumper. It's good. Number 41, Andy Robeson, with his first 2 points, and the Rams take a 6-4 lead. Although Norristown getting all kinds of shots here tonight, and good shots.
It looks like the shots that they want, but they're just not hitting them right now.
Nobody's connecting. You're exactly right. Stan Brown back to Wells. Looks to the baseline. There's nothing there, and he kicks it back out to Stan Brown. Cool penetrates. Nice play with the left hand. I guess if you can't hit from the outside, bring it inside a little bit. They've certainly been controlling the offensive boards. Norristown, that is. Nice pick. Shot by Robeson won't go. Ken Cool with the rebound. He runs into trouble, though, and luckily comes back away with the ball. Brown, little penetration. They dish it off to Wells. He goes back to Ken Cool. Wells, nice penetration. The basket's good. Norristown with a lead here, 8-6. 3:09 to play in the first quarter.
Wells that time just hung in the air until his man went down and got the easy shot.
Nice steal that time by Joel Jones. Norristown's going to try and run with this ball. Stanley Brown, oh, what penetration. My goodness. And we have a timeout on the floor called by Pennridge head coach Walt Zamries. The time, 2:43 to play in the first quarter. The score, Norristown 10, Pennridge 6. Walt, in those last 2 minutes, Norristown started to get into their groove a little bit, running and shooting, and Pennridge coming down court doing the same thing. Now, I think we said it before the game, and after watching 5 minutes of play, I still believe it. They can't do that and try and beat Norristown here tonight.
Well, Pennridge is always double teaming the man with the ball, and that's got to leave somebody open. And Norristown's a good passing team. Stan Brown can pass, Ken Cole certainly can pass. And, well, they all can pass, and they're finding the open man and getting the shot.
Well, that double-team offense appears that it's paying off right now simply because Norristown hasn't been able to hit the open jumper. If somebody gets a hot hand, Pennridge is going to get burned.
With Wells, Brown, and Cool out there, somebody's bound to get the hot hand.
Full court pressure now by Norristown. And we have a substitution into the ball game. Number 11, Chris Bryn. Bryn throws the ball away, but Ellison tipped it. So the Rams retain possession. Nunnewiller stripped of the ball, clean block. Gets his own rebound, however. Oh, there's another strip. Joel Jones comes away with it. Stanley Brown got 2 men on the left. Ron Wells off the glass, won't go, foul on the play. Ron Wells is just so quick when he cuts to the basket. That time, number 45, Jim Groff, tried to get in his way. Wells just put it up a little bit strong off the glass, or it could have had a potential three-point play. Instead, he'll be at the line shooting two. The score is still 10-6 Norristown. We're in the first quarter. Wells makes the first. He's got 5 now tonight. Wells makes them both. Give him 6 and the Eagles 12. There's that full court pressure again. Once again, the Rams beat it. Nunnewiller's got to slow that ball up. Out of bounds, and Norristown has it again. If there's been a key so far in this ball game, it's got to be turnovers. A lot of them.
I don't think Nunnewiller is the guy they want handling the ball.
Not at all. I agree. Ken Cole drives to the lane, puts it up left-handed. Of course, he is a southpaw, so that's no great shakes. But a nice left-handed shot. Nothing but net.
And Ken Cole's trying to show he's got more than the jumper.
There's Graff. Groff's shot that time won't go, but he's fouled on the play. And I believe only the second foul of the night against Norristown.
We have a substitution. Boris Davis, number 11, will come in. Joel Jones will go out.
And I think both of those fouls are against Joel Jones. Both of the Eagles' fouls here tonight. 1:41 to play in the first quarter. 14-6. Make it 14-7 as Groff gets a basket.
And a substitution for Pennridge. Number 53, Doug Berg, going out. And number 43, Todd Zartman, comes in.
Groff makes them both, give him 4 points, and cut the Eagle lead to 14-8. Brown and Davis now will do the ball handling. Davis, oh! Nice pass to the ref, nailed him.
I don't think he was expecting it. He couldn't handle it.
Terry Ellison set the screen, then moved away for the shot. Ken Cool that time, I believe, called for the foul. Norristown that time on the full court pressure, commit the foul. We're not in the bonus situation yet, so the Rams simply bring the ball in once again. Look inside to Nunnewiller. He's double teamed. They kick it back outside. Open shot. It's good. Jim Groff sinks the jumper, and with 1 minute to go in the first quarter, it's 14-10 Norristown. Stanley Brown misses the open jumper. The Rams with the rebound, and they beat the full court pressure once again, rather easily, I might add. Oh, home run shot, won't go for Groff. Stanley Brown on the run. Ken Cool takes one step closer, and why not? He sinks the shot. 16-10 Norristown. Foul on the play. Ron Wells is going to be called for reaching in. This is not the game the Rams want. There's no question about it. If Jim Groff happens to go cold, they're in deep trouble. Groff with 6 of their 10 points here. He's the man with the hot hand for the Rams. They almost throw that one away. Bryn. There he is. Shot won't go. And Norristown with the rebound. 10 seconds to play in the quarter. Brown's got to look for something. Penetration. Nice play by Stanley Brown. 18-10 Eagles. 2 seconds. 1. There's the heave. Oh! Hits the boards, won't go. So after 1 quarter of play, Norristown 18, Pennridge 10. I'd like to remind you folks that this game brought to you by the Norristown Area School District. And of course, I'd like to thank Mr. Sam Galbraith for producing and directing our show tonight, in addition to running camera, and Andrea Fry for running camera for us here this evening. Of course, Tony Koya, Alan Raleigh, conspicuously absent from the gymnasium here this evening. Tony Koya probably on one of those long weekends he's prone to take. Sam said something about the south of France. I don't know what he meant.
At least you took your vacation to Florida while we weren't doing any games, right?
I told Tony, look, I'll be away for a while. If you want to do the games, fine. He said, no, we'll cancel all of them. No, seriously, folks, we have been away for a while. And we're glad to be back. Norristown, after an early slump this season, losing their first 3. The first time that's happened in recorded memory. And came back nicely, especially here in league play. Can't complain about a 6-1 record, and that only loss coming just recently to a very quick and good shootings CB West squad. And that game was away, so the Eagles will have a chance to redeem themselves here at Norristown High.
Ken Cool with the steal. Up to Forrest Davis, too long. Davis can't handle it. It'll be Pennridge ball. that time called on Stan Brown.
Staying a little over-aggressive there, reaching in on that defensive pressure.
And Andy Robeson will be at the line. Misses the first of a 1-and-1, but Tom Nunneweller comes right at the rebound. Nunneweller gets his first 2 points of the game, and it's 18-12 Norristown. Good save by Ken Cool that time. Stan Brown dumped inside to Ron Wells, but offensive foul on the Eagles.
3-second violation that time, Walt. Terry Ellison, I believe, waiting in the lane a little bit too long.
Rob Haynes at the scorer's table waiting to check in.
Oh!
Nunneweller hammered out of bounds by Terry Ellison.
Terry Ellison took that one all the way back, and he's going to take a seat on the bench after that big block. Rob Haynes back.
Nunneweller tries to get it up, but he's fouled by Rob Haynes.
It was a nice play that time by Nunneweller. He didn't have much of a shot there, but he managed to shift his body into Rob Haynes enough to draw the foul. I think if there's one drawback so far for Norristown, it's been a little bit of foul trouble up front.
Nunneweller hits the first.
In addition to the fact that their shooting percentage hasn't been overwhelming. They've had plenty of open shots.
And the second give him 4 points. And it's 18-14 Norristown.
The way Norristown's been playing here, you'd think they'd be ahead by more than 4 points. It just seems they're so much more aggressive.
Cool tries to find Wells inside. It's knocked out of bounds by Pennridge. Ron Wells wide open. They get it across the line. Pass by Zartman, hits Cool in the leg, goes out of bounds. It'll be Pennridge ball once again.
Bad pass that time by Zartman. Cool filled the lane nicely. There was no place for it to go.
Rolfe with that unorthodox shot. Misses.
Stan Brown came out nicely on defense.
Norristown trying to find a shot. There's one. Off. Good rebound by Rob Haynes. In, up, and good. Rob Haynes' first 2 points of the night. 22-14 Norristown. Rolfe again from long range. Out of bounds by Stan Brown. Pennridge retains possession.
But Groff just keeps loading that catapult, doesn't he? Lofting him up from way outside. If he can hit those 22-footers, they should put him in the NBA.
Or at least college for the three-pointer. This time he passes inside to Nunneweller.
Nunneweller looked like he just baseball threw that one in. It's like a curveball.
He's got 6 points in the last 2 minutes. Stan Brown hits on the baseline.
Nice touch by Stan Brown on that shot.
That's 6 for Brown. Good steal by Brown. Call him for double dribble.
A nice acrobatic move that time by Andy Robeson after he hit the deck. What do they call that, a backward roll?
I'd give it a 9.
I gotta give that a 9.5. Almost a backcourt violation.
Nunneweller poked in the eye.
And Nunneweller is down on the ground. I believe it was Forrest Davis accidentally going for the ball, stuck his finger in Nunneweller's eye. And Nunneweller is down on the ground, writhing in pain. And if he leaves the ball game, that's going to be bad news for the Rams. Nunneweller has been a force for Pennridge, keeping them in this ball game. The score 24-16. Norristown still up by 8 with 4:47 to play in the first half. So Stan Brown with the old double dribble down at the other end of the court, turned the ball over. Then they come back up court, and that aggressive defense they're playing causes our stoppage of play here. West Norton Police out there consulting with the Pennridge coaches to see if an ambulance or some such thing is necessary for Tom Nunneweller, who is still down on the ground. After that play was stopped, Nunneweller went right to the floor and has yet to get up. And there he is, standing up again. He gets a nice round of applause from the fans here at Norristown High School. Looks like his eye was just irritated. He seems to be okay. Don't forget, folks, there's still plenty of exciting basketball coming up here at Norristown Area High School. The Eagles have yet to play Abington here at home. That should be an exciting ball game. The Eagles right up there at the top of that Colonial Division. Let's make sure I have it right. Suburban One League National Conference, Colonial Division.
And the next home game will be Tuesday right here. Of course, but we're home. Of course it's going to be here. Nunneweller does leave the game, coming in for number 23, Greg Eater, who will be at the line. Nice way to come in.
Some unique names on this Pennridge squad. There's not a Jones in the group. Eater makes 2. Now Nunneweller wants to come back into the ball game. Nunneweller's got an eye so red he could, oh man, look at him. You can see it from way over here. His eye, he's got ice on it, and they want to put him back in the ball game.
Refs aren't letting him come back.
And they have Nunneweller sit down until the next stoppage, I guess. Forrest Davis. Tell you, Forrest gets way up in the air before he puts that jumper off.
In the game for Norristown, number 23, we're not sure who that is. I believe it's Vernon Hill. Vernon Hill?
You're right, Walt. That is Vernon Hill, number 23. 3-second violation against the Eagles. Second time that's happened here in this second quarter.
Nunneweller is in now. Ball's brought up by Greg Halverson. We go right to Nunneweller. It's tipped away by Vernon Hill. Brought down by Rob Haynes. Ken Poole takes it. Long jumper. He's got it. Give Poole 8. score 28-18 Norristown. Littlewell travels trying to bring the ball up court.
And Walt, the Norristown shooting percentage has improved appreciably here in the second quarter. They've only missed one shot so far in the second quarter.
Cool again. Misses that one.
Down low, Norristown, I believe, is going to be called for the foul.
And in the game for Norristown, number 21, Stacy Clark, Vernon Hill will lead.
I believe Hill committed that last foul.
Tom Nunnewiller will be at the line. He misses the 1-and-1. Saved in by Rob Haynes.
That time, Stacy Clark had the ball go out off of his hand. He was the third person to touch it there on the way out of bounds.
Greg Halverson with the long jumper. They get it to Groff. Groff misses, rebounded by Cool. He gives it up to Forrest Davis, who'll give it up to Ron Wells. Wells to Haynes.
There was a foul called before the shot that time. Looks like number 43, Todd Zartman, called for putting his leg in there, trying to trip one of the Norristown players.
Davis, nice pass inside to Stacy Clark. Nice turnaround jumper there by Clark.
I think it's important to mention a lot of these Norristown players are underclassmen. Have a lot more time left for John Cresswell. Haynes picked off that last pass.
Forrest Davis, amazing behind the back pass. They got
Kenny Cool that time, called for traveling. Didn't matter who the foul was on because there certainly was going to be a foul called. Cool traveled before the shot.
Littlewell trying to take it strong. He gets fouled by number 21, Stacy Clark. Littlewell will be trying to close the gap. Norristown now has a 30-18 lead.
With 2:06 to play in the first half.
He makes the first. And he makes the second. 8 for Norristown. He's now their leading scorer. Cool, finds Davis. Davis off the rim. Brought down by Haynes, stolen. Forrest Davis went up. He was blocked. Halverson finally comes away with
Well, there goes the Norristown shooting percentage. That time, Rob Haynes had the rebound, Walt, and number 41, Andy Robeson, went up and ripped it out of his arms. Took a little bit of Rob's arm with him, however. But that time, that last time down the floor for the Eagles, at least 4 shots, maybe 5.
It's nice to see them strong inside, though. They kept on fighting for it.
Looked like Forrest Davis tried to jam the ball there, and he had no leverage, no room to move.
Got powerful legs, but he's still only 5'11".
Tell you.
Rob Haynes misses his foul shot.
Nice.
Good rebound by Ron Wells. He's got 10.
Stacy Clark kicks that one out of bounds. Tell you, that was a heck of a play by Wells off the missed free throw by Haynes. The Eagles are playing great basketball on the boards today. or tonight.
Rolf is short. Davis rebounds to Stacy Clark. What a play. They got him for traveling.
Looked like an offensive foul to me.
I guess the traveling was before the fall.
It seems to be the call tonight. No offense, just a lot of traveling. No
Lost
offensive
control
fouls,
of
that
it,
is.
but he regained control.
Yeah.
Put up the shot, just
only to go
traveling.
flying over, who was it, Robeson. 1:10 to play in the half.
Todd Zartman will inbound the ball for Pennridge. Robeson losing control, but gets it to Nunneweller. Gives it back to Zartman.
Oh, lousy pass, horrible shot, and a basket.
Hit the bottom of the rim, just got that roll.
And the pass, it was a quick hop. Nice hands by Zartman.
Davis finds Poole way out. Ooh, he's got it.
Well, I tell you.
Poole and Wells both with 10. Good steal that time by Ron Wells. Read the pass well. No basket.
John Cresswell wanted the continuation on that call, and I think it was warranted. Ron Wells goes up for the basket, and they call the foul before the shot.
Cresswell just shaking his head, though. He looks pleased with what Norristown's doing.
Well, Pennridge is a bit rattled here as they close out the half. Ron Wells made a nice move, got fouled. I think you could have called that a continuation on the basket, though.
So Wells will be at the line, shooting 2. Looks like a 1-and-1. And he gets it.
33 seconds to play in the first half. (35-22) Eagles.
Wells misses the second. He's got 11. Nunneweller out to Groff. Groff by Wells. Almost fell out of bounds there. Got it to Halverson, who missed his shot. Halverson hustled to get that ball. Norristown tied him up. On the possession arrow, it'll be Norristown's ball. "18 seconds left to play." Cole will bring it up. Norristown will play for the last shot. 10 seconds now. Wells to Davis. Davis finds Wells in the corner. Rolls in and out. Pennridge can't get his shot away. And the first half has ended. The score, Norristown 35, Pennridge 22.
At halftime, 35-22, and Walt, Norristown out to the lead that I rather expected in this ball game, and not the game that I expected from the Pennridge Rams. They started out early, playing the set offense, going down, being patient, waiting for their shot. But as that first quarter closed, and almost entirely through the second quarter, it became a Norristown game of run and gun, and the Eagles with that big advantage, 35-22, 13 points out ahead, and Pennridge with a long way to climb back.
Surprisingly enough, they do have a 13-point lead, and no one's really been hot. Ron Wells has 11, Ken Cool has 10, but they haven't been extremely consistent. They've been hitting a lot of their jumpers, and Norristown's just been getting a lot of offense from everybody.
Well, I think the offensive boards have been a big key for Norristown, too. They've been pounding down inside on those boards. Terry Ellison, who started for the Eagles tonight, and Joel Jones playing well underneath, and Rob Haynes off the bench also contributing there. Even Ron Wells and Forrest Davis, who play the small forward, have been doing well inside, good at that inside board position for them, especially on offense. So the Eagles have been getting 2, 3, 4 shots, and that's contributed, I think, to their big lead here so far tonight. In that second quarter, they did shoot very well. Their percentage increased substantially, and the turnovers cut down for Norristown. The turnovers, however, have been a problem for the Rams. They've been having a lot of problems getting the ball to the basket. They've been getting the ball up court and forcing their shots, and that's not how they're going to win this ball game.
Well, Norristown, as we've said, is a very quick team, and they're reading the pass as well, and they're just stepping right in and intercepting them. And
John Cresswell has not been afraid to substitute in this ball game. We've seen a lot of players come off the bench already for Norristown.
As I said in the beginning, their bench is very deep, and the people I expected are coming off. Terry Ellison got the start because of the unfortunate injury to Darian Smith. Forrest Davis is off, has been doing well, handling the ball a little bit. And I'm sure you'll see more people come off the bench.
It's also been interesting to me that in this second quarter, Norristown went to the full court pressure, and they seem to be able to open up a little bit on offense and force some more mistakes from the Pennridge Rams, who were already, I think, suffering from a lack of speed and a lack of quickness.
They're not even that big. I mean, they don't really have much.
Well, I think it's going to be a tough second half for the Pennridge Rams. They've got to come out, play better defense on Norristown, clear those boards away, set up underneath, and rip down those rebounds. If Norristown misses, they can't give them the second shot. And on offense, they're going to have to set up a little bit better down low, try and get some shots inside. Groff has been the only man from the outside to shoot for them, and he's kind of had a cold hand from 22 feet that he's been setting up at recently. To run down the scoring for you for Norristown, Ron Wells, no surprise, leading the way with 11 points, followed by Ken Cool, who's been nice and hot from the outside with 10 points. Stanley Brown from the guard position with 6, and with 2 each, Rob Haynes, Terry Ellison, Forrest Davis, and Stacy Clark. And for the Pennridge Rams.
Okay, Tom Nunneweller came on late in the first quarter and played a good second quarter. Leads the Rams with 8. Jim Groff with 6. Greg Halverson, Andy Robeson, Todd Zartman, and Greg Eater all with 2.
Well, coming out in this second half, I think we're going to have to see a little bit better defense from Walt Zamires and his Pennridge Rams. We'll be back in just a moment with the second half of play. Okay, folks, we're back at courtside. I'm Jeff Brandon along with Walt Fry. And this Norristown Area High School production is produced and directed tonight by Mr. Sam Galbraith. Anyone else we could recognize tonight for their assistance?
Just one, Andrea Fry, is doing camera.
Do you know this young lady?
I know her a little bit.
Seen her around town, is that it? Rumor has it you've known her for about 15 years.
Just about all my life.
What's the relationship?
As far as I know, it's what they've told me. She's my sister.
But you've overcome it. and I'll never go out again. We're underway in the third quarter. Pennridge with the ball. Halverson looks for help. Ron Wells with a steal. Oh, that's a tough foul call. And John, to reiterate what John Cresswell just said across the court, that doesn't make any sense. Ron Wells slaps that ball away, and the player turns to run for it, and Wells runs into him, and they call a foul. The ball was already stolen. In there for Norristown, Stan Brown, Ron Wells, Ken Cool, Terry Ellison, and Joel Jones. They look down to the baseline. Quick hands by Wells. Tap that ball out of bounds.
That's Tom Stringer in now for Pennridge.
Tom Goggles Stringer to his friends. Robeson in some trouble here. He'll look inside. Nice move. That time, Nunneweller had a good shot.
It's a good rebound there by Greg Halverson, but Terry Ellison kept the shot away from the basket in good style.
7:17 to play in the third quarter. Norristown ahead, 35-22.
Okay, Jeff, it was a good hard block. How's that?
Alan Riley loaned you his cliche book? Pennridge setting up here, waiting for their shot, which is what I believe they have to do if they want to win this ball game. Penetration. That was a nice shovel pass to Terry Ellison. The Eagles come away with it. Stanley Brown off the glass. Looked like he traveled to me, but Glass gets the basket off the glass. Stanley Brown with 8 points tonight. 37-22. Nice steal by Wells. Shot. No foul call. The basket's good. Ron Wells went right over top of Andy Robeson. I thought there might have been some foul call. The officials elect to wave it off.
If anything, there was a blocking on Robeson because he did not have position, but the rest just decided to let it go.
There's a timeout on the floor called by Walt Zamrise. And the Pennridge Ram cheerleaders out on the court right now. .6:25 to play in the third quarter. I tell you, Ron Wells has been all over the place tonight. He's gotten his hand into more inbounds passes. Boy, Stringer's an interesting sight out there on the basketball court, isn't he? And Stanley Brown gets called for the foul. But John Cresswell just looks really worried over there on that bench, doesn't he? Cresswell warning Brown to watch the offensive foul. They call Stanley Brown for pushing. And I think John might be bringing Stanley out here momentarily. Brown commits 2 fouls within 5 seconds. Groff gets it to Robeson.
They finally get it up court.
Took him a while. Groff, double team, finds Robeson. Double, turned that ball over. That's right, ref caught that one. Robeson cutting to the lane, turned that ball over. Substitution. My man Stringer's out of the ball game, replacing him, number 43, Todd Zartman. Eagles moving the ball nicely around that zone, where they really packed the zone. Wells. Brown's got the open shot, falling in, won't go. Nice rebound by Greg Halverson. Halverson brings the ball down court himself.
Halverson's kind of a Mr. Everything out there.
Oh, nice steal by Stanley Brown. Ken Cool picks it up. Oh, the easy layup won't go. Stanley Brown with a layup won't go, and they lose the ball. But Ron Wells steals it back. What a move off the baseline. Ron Wells, basket's good. An ugly basket, but it counts. Another Ron Wells steal. Wells turns around, sees Ellison. Ellison with the easy shot, rolls it in. Ron Wells is my star of the game so far tonight. He is all over the place.
Not to use another cliche, Jeff, but this is the things you just don't see in the box score.
Another steal, the double team, Cool and Ellison. Kenny Cool from way outside. But that ball almost touched the roof. And a timeout, Walt Zamrose. Boy, this game is getting out of hand, 43-22. Out of nowhere, Norristown takes a 21-point lead. Folks, at halftime, I hate to tell you this if you're a Pennridge fan, at halftime it was 35-22. It's now 43-22. The Rams have yet to score in the second half. The Norristown High cheerleaders on the floor. Do the Norristown High basketball players care? No, I don't think so. Boy, the Eagles are just running away with this ball game. 45-22. The Eagles have outscored the Rams 10-0 in the third quarter. Ron Wells has been all over the place. Wells with 15 points in this ball game. Kenny Cool with 12. That last shot by Coolwalt had to have been 20 feet. It was up in the air forever. It looked like a punt. Good hang time. There's that full court pressure again. Norristown has been all over the Rams. Substitution, Chris Bryn into the ball game again. Ron Wells slaps another ball out of bounds.
We're going to give that one to Pennridge, but it looked like Zartman was the last one to touch it.
Ron Wells smiling a bit there. He says, all right, ref, we'll give him that one. Ron Wells slaps another one out of bounds. We could be here all night if Ron Wells keeps stopping the clock with these block passes. Nice pass. Zartman, turnaround. Basket's good. Little icebreaker there for the Rams. Their first hoop of the second half.
Ended Norristown's 10 unanswered points.
Norristown went 4 minutes controlling that possession. And Ellison with a nice shot. Good feed by Stanley Brown. Ellison wide open on the baseline. Drives for the easy 6-footer. Ellison now with 6 points. And the Norristown Eagles knocked the ball out of bounds again.
That was a good power move. Nobody on this Norristown team is afraid to take it to the basket.
Not tonight, they aren't. 3:33 to play in this third quarter. Zartman again on the baseline. He gets slammed around a little bit. Foul on the play. We'll call it on number 20, Terry Ellison. Blocking foul.
Yeah, Ellison and Jones in his face. I think the only thing you could hope for was a foul.
And with the exception of Nunnewiller and maybe Robeson, these Pennridge guys are slightly built. Nice steal by Stan Brown. He's got Cool on his right. Brown takes it all the way. Off the glass, won't go. Stanley Brown off the steal, fails to convert it into a basket. Ron Wells slaps the ball out of Robeson's hands. Wells made the call for the officials, and they agreed with him. He knocked it out of bounds off of one of the Pennridge players. It was a good call by the officials. 47-24, the Eagles by 23. Ron Wells, wide open. Bounces around, won't go. They fight for the rebound. It's going to be a foul on Stanley Brown. No, they call it on Joel Jones. Thought they were going to call Stanley Brown over the top, but they don't. Joel Jones gets the personal with 2:58 to go in this quarter. And Forrest Davis checks in. Jones will take a seat on the bench. And the way the Eagles have been playing tonight, I don't think they'll lose too much by having Jones take a seat. Nunnewiller with the hoop gives him 9 points. He leads the Rams in scoring. Nunnewiller makes them both, give him 10 points. It's a 21-point ball game, 47-26. Cool Moves to the lane, travel. I thought he had traveled earlier in the play, but they call it just as he's about to dish off. They beat the double team this time with the full court pressure. Ellison with the steal. Bad pass from Groff that time.
Zartman just wasn't looking for it.
Davis, oh, nice pass to Ron Wells. Wells can't believe he missed it. He draws the foul. He'll be at the line shooting 2. Heck of a pass by Forrest Davis. Wells was right down there on the baseline. Davis just shot it by all those green jerseys.
He's getting up above everybody where he can see, and he's finding the open man.
Wells at the line shooting 2. He leads the Eagles tonight with 15 points. Make it 16. Ron rolls that one in, 17 points and a 23-point Norristown lead. That matches their biggest lead of the evening. Robeson looks to Groff. They won't give Groff that shot. They look inside. Nice play. Zartman can't get the shot up, blocked by Ellison. Terry Ellison's playing a heck of a game, Walt. Stan Brown, rainbow, it's good. Stanley's got 10 points tonight. Another steal for Norristown. Ken Cool has the ball stripped. Robeson comes away. Nice pass to Groff. He loses the handle. Ken Cool saves it. 1:47 to play in the third quarter. Brown with the move. He'll take another one. Won't go. Forrest Davis with the rebound. Tap won't go. Outlet to Groff. Kenny Cool back on defense. Groff makes the shot off the glass. I feel like I'm at a track meet. 1:30 to play in the third quarter.
One that Norristown will definitely win.
We finally slow things down a little bit here. 51-28, Norristown. Kenny Cool. Oh! Nails the bottom of the net with that shot. Ken Cool, 14 points. He has got a smooth jump shot, folks. Well, now there was a fine pass, way out of bounds. Got the Norristown cheerleaders involved a bit. Now, Norristown's full court pressure, and they began it just at the beginning of the second quarter, has really unsettled Pennridge, and they have yet to be able to get back into this ball game since Norristown has put that pressure on them. Ken Cool misses this jumper from the baseline, and Nunnewiller comes away with the rebound. We're under a minute to play in the third quarter, 50 seconds. Nunnewiller, shot blocked by Stacy Clark, who has just entered the ball game, and a foul on the play. And Rob Haynes will be entering the ball game.
Nunnewiller is Pennridge's leading scorer tonight with 10. He must be doing something inside because he's been at the line a lot tonight.
Nunnewiller misses the shot. Misses them both. Rob Haynes with the rebound. Outlet pass to Forrest Davis is too long. 36 seconds to play in the third quarter. The Eagles ahead by 25 points. Groff goes inside to Nunnewiller. Double pumps. He's stripped of the ball by Ron Wells. Bryn with the rebound. Stripped again. They go tumbling on the ground. There was a whistle there. They called Nunnewiller for pushing that time, going after the ball.
That time it was just an aggressive frustration foul. He just blocked off from the baseline once by Haynes, tried to go underneath, was stripped, got it back, was stripped again, and just went diving for the ball.
Norristown, in addition to being faster than the Pennridge Rams, is a lot quicker as well.
Got 6 of it in 30 seconds.
10. Ron Wells, hot pass from Forrest Davis. They almost had it. 7 seconds to play in the quarter. It's 53-28. 25-point Eagle advantage. Another steal by Norristown. This time Davis can't get it in. Stacy Clark, 2. 1. Clark looked for Stanley Brown down on the baseline for another steal and a basket. There's 1 second to play in the third quarter. They heave the ball in. Won't go. Stacy Clark breaks it up. So after 3 quarters of play, the Eagles have widened their lead a bit. 53-28. Well, they had an 8-point lead after 1 quarter, 18-10. At the half, it was 13 points, 35-22. Can't get those numbers straight. And after 3 quarters, 53-28, a 25-point lead. It's a nice progression. 8 points, 13 points, 25 points. John Cresswell is going to stay with Stanley Brown, Stacy Clark, Rob Haynes, Forrest Davis, and Ron Wells. Joel Jones, Terry Ellison, and Kenny Cool taking a breather here. I think we get to about 4 minutes left in this game, and John Cresswell is going to start unloading the bench on us here.
Now in for Pennridge, number 53, Doug Berg. Davis with the jumper. He's got it. Chris Byrne in the corner looking for somewhere to go. Got Berg. Berg gives to Robeson. Robeson gives it back to Byrne. Off Lindenweller's shoulder, they get the foul on Rob Haynes.
Interesting to note, Norristown still pressing the ball. Looks like it's a drill in the press tonight. Norristown has been extremely effective in forcing turnovers here tonight.
Lindenweller at the line once again. He's got his first. Lindenweller's got both. He's got 12, and it's 55-30 Norristown. Wells goes inside to Haynes. Haynes, a nice turnaround jumper. He gets the roll. Haynes now has 4.
Norristown's about to double Pennridge's score. It's 57-30.
Watch draw. He misses. Brown behind his back. Penetrates. Good penetration by Stan Brown. He's got 12.
No shot by Groff that time. Basket does not count. He's called for traveling. Stanley Brown on that last play took it coast to coast.
Now Coach Cresswell will start using some of the players off his bench. Number 13, Brian Falker, set to check in. Ron Wells, long jumper. He's got it.
Ron Wells with 19 points tonight.
Tough shot there by Wells. Groff bombs again. Strong rebound by Stacy Clark. Wells brings it all the way, misses. Groff gets a rebound. Hits Nonaweller, picks it back up. Tries to take it all the way.
Groff that time gets hammered going inside. You mentioned earlier, you said Ron Wells makes a tough shot. No shot is tough when you're ahead by 30 points. Groff went down to the other end, launched the same type of shot that Ron Wells had. Every shot is tough when you're down by 30 points, and Groff has not been hitting from the outside. He was hammered that last time, though, on the break.
Groff will be at the line courtesy of Stacy Clark, and he's got his first.
That cuts that Norristown margin to 30, 61-31.
Getting close.
Ooh, what a ball game.
And Groff with 10. Brian Falker just in the game, will bring it up court. He gives it to Brown. Dave is caught between two players. He's called for traveling. It's good defense that time by Robeson and Nonaweller holding their position.
It was a tough call.
Chris Bryn. Berg outside the Robeson. Bryn with the jumper. Stan Brown the rebound. He'll bring it out.
Nice strong rebound by Brown.
Underneath the Falker who misses. Rob Haynes back up, misses.
Oh! Haynes gets hammered. Brian Falker was wide open down underneath that time. Good feed on that play from Stanley Brown.
Haynes will be at the line trying to add to his 4 points.
And that's his scoreboard for time to empty the bench.
Misses the first.
Number 15. Winfred Wright.
Haynes just got that one. He's got 5. 5:10 left to play in the fourth quarter. Groff launches. That's a brick. They give it out to Wright. Wright to Brown. Brown whips a pass to Haynes. Good move by Rob Haynes. Hung in the air, kept the ball away from the defender. Made the basket, and he'll get a chance for the 3-point conversion.
I tell you, it must be tough for those Pennridge players to still be aggressive and stay out there when the score is 64-32 with 5 minutes to play. It's been a tough season for the Rams. They're 2-11 overall. Just 1-6 in Suburban 1 League Colonial Division. And it's going to be 1-7 after this game, folks. The Eagles still with 2 tough games left to play against the Abington Ghosts and another game against that CB West squad that's handed them their only defeat this season.
And while Norristown cheers are on the floor, the Suburban 1 National Colonial Division. Abington on top 8-0. Norristown 6-1. Looks like they're going to go 7-1. CB West at 6-1. North Penn 3-4. CB East 2-4. And Pennridge at the bottom 1-6.
Look at those overall records, though. You see Abington 12-2, CB West 12-3. Norristown in the middle there, 7-5 overall, but playing extremely well in league play, and that's really what counts. Just took this Norristown team a few games to get on track here this season. And they've gained a huge amount of confidence. They're lucky that their schedule was front-loaded with some easier opponents.
Haynes misses.
Unnecessary foul that time by Stacy Clark, going over the top for that rebound. Haynes put that free throw up off the heel of the rim. And we'll go to the other end and shoot free throws at the other end. I think the merciful thing to do would be just to end this game with 4:57 to play.
Doug Burke at the line trying to get his first points of the game. He's got one. Berg's got two. Brian Folker will do the ball handling for Norristown. He'll give it to Brown. Brown, long jumper, short.
Oh!
Groff, nice play. Excuse me, that was Bryn with a nice play. Groff gave it to Bryn. Bryn to Robeson.
The official calls timeout. Chris Bryn hit the deck. He hit the ball hit him square in the face. A hard pass. Bryn took to the floor and the official took timeout as Groff was setting up for a shot. So, of course, the Rams will retain possession here.
Groff tried to go inside the Nunneweller.
Nice steal by Rob Haynes.
And Folker brings all the way out coast to coast. He's got it. Brian Folker, his first basket. Raw from the baseline. Too long with it. Folker again. What will he do with it this time? Coast to coast again. He gets the roll.
Brian Dr. J. Folker. My goodness. Two coast-to-coast baskets for Brian Folker.
Should be good next year on varsity.
And a steal almost, but he's called for the foul, reaching in. Two more substitutions.
Number 12, Howard Ford, and number 23, Vernon Hill, replacing Stacy Clark and Forrest Davis.
I didn't know Forrest Davis' first name was Stan.
Howard Ford. Milleweller hits a second after missing his first. 3:40 to play, 68-36, Norristown. Ford inside to Haynes. Gives up, nice pass to Vernon Hill. Hill is his first basket. Looks like everybody's getting the assist and the baskets tonight.
What a steal by Wright. Not a great pass, however.
Gives it right back to Robeson. Doug Burns. Right, good effort to block that shot. Groff has had a little bit of height. Meanwhile, a steal by Robeson.
It's a tight 70-40 ball game now. The Rams coming back here.
Brian Folker. Air ball.
I believe that's the term, yeah, air ball.
Groff. Now it's 14. Folker gets the ball up to Howard Ford. Ford behind the screen from Vernon Hill tries to go in. Misses a shot, but he was fouled.
Well, the Pennridge varsity keeping those big five in there still, and they're starting to reel off a few points against this Norristown bench. Looks like Jeff Thompson's going to come into the ball game.
Howard Ford hits his first foul shot.
And Rob Haynes takes his seat on the bench after a nice performance here. Ford makes two, and Dana Johnson, number 14, enters the ball game.
He'll replace Brian Folker.
So Folker leaves after picking up 4 points. And looks like Brett Batora is going to come into the ball game.
Littleweller is blocked by Vernon Hill.
Oh,
At that time, it's Hill and Jeff Thompson.
heck of a play. Hill and Thompson tied up Nunaweller. On the possession arrow, though, the Rams maintain possession. Vernon Hill comes out.
And Batura is in. And Robeson goes out. And Greg Eater is in for Pennridge. Groff misses again.
Rebound by Dana Johnson that time. He gets the ball out to right. Oh, also an air ball there. Howard Ford tries to save the ball, steps on the end line. I think Mr. Wright just wanted to get into the books there a little bit. Took an ill-advised shot close to the top of the key, double team, was partially blocked.
Quick hands there by Howard Ford. He gets Bryn on the arm. And Bryn will be at the line.
1:34 to play, 72-42. Norristown up on top by 30 points.
Pennridge has 6 guys out there. Oh, no, they don't. A man just went out. Doug Berg came in.
Traveling call. A missed free throw. The Eagles get the rebound and then travel on the ensuing possession. So we'll give it right back to Pennridge. This game now being played in 7-second increments.
Littleweller misses. Eater was tied up with Jeff Thompson. The ball pops free. Nunaweller gets it.
Howard Ford
Howard Ford is tripped
by Chris Bryn in stereo. I think if we could get about 7 seconds off, that'd be the average here. These guys keep throwing the ball out of bounds, packing each other. We're never going to get this game done. 1:11 to play. 72-42. Ford at the line again. Shooting 1 and 1. Makes the first one.
Ford makes his second. He's got 4. Knocked out of bounds by Dana Johnson. 1:03 left. 74-42 Norristown. Eater gets it into Nunaweller. He's in trouble. Bryn with a hook shot. There's something you don't see every day.
A hook shot from a guy who's 5'7".
It's good nonetheless. And he's got his first 2. Jeff Thompson way up in the air for a nice turnaround jumper.
Just about everybody's gotten in here tonight.
Blocked by Jeff Thompson.
30 merciful seconds to play.
Bryn misses. Bryn out to Eater. Eater launches, literally launches one. It's Pennridge ball.
17 seconds to play. The Eagles ahead 76-44.
Eater throws up an air ball. Batura grabs it. Dana Johnson will bring the ball up. He gives it to Winfred Wright, who dumps inside to Jeff Thompson. Good ball movement. And the game is over.
And the Eagles, folks, wind up on top, 78-44. A dominating performance by the Norristown Eagles. Walt and I will be back in just a moment with a recap of tonight's ball game. The final score is 78-44, a blowout for the Norristown Eagles here at home against the Pennridge Rams. The Eagles ripped this game wide open in the second half, and Walt, it was that third quarter that made most of the difference. After one, it was the Eagles 18-10 at halftime. Pennridge still in the ball game, 35-22, only down 13. But after that third quarter, they were down by 25, 53-28, and of course the final margin of victory, 34 points. Not much you can say bad about the Norristown Eagles. Everybody got to play for John Cresswell. The Eagles pressed extremely well, and I think that was the key to the ball game.
Their quickness is overwhelming to Pennridge, and they got good play inside. They got good play all around, good offense. Of course, 78 points is a lot of points.
And off the boards, Norristown played extremely well. We said it at halftime, and I'll say it again now. The second and third opportunities that Norristown had were the key to plenty of baskets. Norristown ran the ball extremely well. Stanley Brown was a good floor general tonight, dished the ball off well, and they got nice play off the bench. Let's run down the scoring for you for the Norristown Eagles. Leading the way, Ron Wells, 19 points. He's got to be the star of the game. Not only did he score 19 points, he played fantastic defense, plenty of turnovers that he created, knocked the ball out of bounds, slapped it around, kept Pennridge away from the basket many times. He's got to be my player of the game. Also playing well, Ken Cool with 14 points. He left early in the fourth quarter. He played a fantastic game, really well from the outside. Stanley Brown, as we said, also a good ball game, 12 points for Stan. Rob Haynes off the bench at center with 7 points. Terry Ellison, who started tonight's game, played very well underneath on the boards. He wound up with 6 points. Forrest Davis and Howard Ford, 4 points each, and Jeff Thompson, 4 points late in this ball game. Brian Folker, 4 points off the bench. Stacy Clark and Vernon Hill, each with 2 points off the bench. And for the Pennridge Rams, a disappointing evening. They dropped to 1-7 in Colonial Division play. Norristown raises their record to 7-1. Walt's going to give you the scoring for the Pennridge Rams.
Okay, Jim Groff with some late baskets. Led Pennridge with 14. Tom Nunneweller in there the whole game. He had 13. Then Andy Robeson and Todd Zartman each with 4. Greg Halverson 2. Doug Berg 2. Greg Eater 2. And Chris Bryn 2.
The only fellow we didn't see tonight for the Pennridge Rams was Jeremy Von Meckhow. Sorry, Jeremy didn't get in this ball game. John Cresswell just about emptied his bench. Winfred Wright, Brett Potora, Dana Johnson all got in the ball game. Only several fellows didn't get into the scoring column for John Cresswell. He's got to be very happy with this ball game. Gives them a nice lift after that first league loss of the year to CB West, and sets them up nicely for the rest of their home contests. And don't forget, folks, Abington and CB West still to come here at home. Those should be fantastic ball games. We urge you to come out and support the Norristown Eagles here at the Norristown High Gymnasium. Walt, I'd like to thank Stan Galbraith for producing and directing our show tonight, Andrea Fry for running camera so extremely well. We'd like to thank her for her efforts. Tony Koya and Alan Riley, they weren't missed at all. Thank them for not showing up tonight. For Walt Fry, I'm Jeff Brandon. Don't forget, folks, there's great programming here on the Norristown High Cable Channel. Stay tuned for more basketball this season. We'll hopefully be back with plenty of more exciting Norristown High boys basketball action. Take care and good night.